Okay. Sugar told Actine and Tata did good outtake. Attacked. Another day, an acute infectious disease with no effective treatment, primarily affecting children under 6 years old. It is highly contagious, with severe symptoms including fever, limb pain, and muscle atrophy. To combat this disease, a large attenuated vaccine has been developed and successfully passed phase 3 clinical trials on June 16 at 3 p.m. The medical section established a specialized team for this vaccine development. This review aims to analyze the progress of the vaccine research and provide valuable insights for further studies. Results have shown promising immunization outcomes, making this vaccine a potential solution for preventing another-day infection. 1. Preliminary application of a neutralizing antibody detection method for another-day pseudovirus. 2. Efficacy of large attenuated vaccine against another-day pseudovirus via injection. 3. Clinical trial report on oral administration of sugar-tail large attenuated vaccine against another-day pseudovirus. Appendix 1. Clinical trial participant registration records. Registration number CTR302001. Name Xiang Liyan. Gender female. Age 29. Condition healthy. No hereditary diseases. Trial stage phase 1 clinical trial. Registry number CTR302002. Name Xiang Li Yao. Gender male. Age 7 months. Condition healthy. No hereditary diseases. Trial stage phase 1 clinical trial. Message on section number. This is Xiang Li. Is it really okay? Response. Someone has to test it. I'm willing to test it on myself and my son. Related to tort entries. Another day, Caesar cases such as 2000 with death toll rising in April. Foster Academy formed vaccine research group under T.I. Zhang Li's leadership. Ginger TD outbreaks highlight the transportation and medical supply distribution. That is that as naturally as I feel like reading. Like you guys can read all of this. Yeah, you guys can.
There are 2 photos here.
One photo shows a group of researchers led by a woman in her 30s. Everyone looks excited and happy. The other photo shows an infant in diapers with a slender hand holding a spoon with a sugar turd in it, directed toward the infant. Okay, the third resonator. Okay, resonance evaluation report on the third resonator. Time of evaluation, year of weight, AL. Resonator name, redacted. Resonator reports amnesia regarding their resonance ability, with no clear time of awakening. Attachment knock and attachment on their right hand. No visible past awakening physical alteration. The constant knock and teeth on the same golden halo when they ignite their forte. Well, in case you still are wondering if the rover really is that first resonator, yeah, they are. We are the first resonator.
If I remember correctly, Zhenzhou was established during a year of Wei, several cycles ago. The Zhenzhou City Hall and Huashu Academy were built in the same year. The Gorges of Spirits battle sparked Zhenzhou's founding. And the formidable tacit discord described here? I believe it is the Crownless.
Here's another novel about something here if y'all want to read it. I could read these myself, but honestly, I just do not have the attention span required to bother sitting here actually reading all of these. Honestly, that's why I wish that these readings were just actually voiced. Like they couldn't have they couldn't have had the Rover Door Doctor read them out. Both of them. So like you can have one take for a player who picked the male one, and one take for a player that picked the female one. Or even now for this. One take for the player is still the initial gender they chose by the time they did this, and one take for when the player changed the river gender by the time they did this.
Rover, about the sugar pearl. Zhenzhou was the most recent city established in Huanglong. The mountains of spirits running from north to south divide Huanglong in two. The capital and the 5 cities are located in inner Huanglong, while Zhenzhou is in outer Huanglong. The Battle of Gorges of Spirits was the catalyst to found Zhenzhou. Tacit discords were born in the Norfolk Barrens, and their invasion route was originally traceable. However, the emergence of the Crownless changed it.
The Crownless?
The Crownless is a tacit discord that embodies war itself. The hatred of the fallen warriors and the fear of the survivors are the ingredients for it. With the limited information available, some researchers have speculated its connection with the Threnodian.
What is Threnodian?
When it comes to Threnodian, there is a lot to tell. For now, think of it this way. The Threnodian is the most powerful tacit discord. The battle of the Threnodian that happened long ago was to fend it off. According to the reports, the Crownless is very similar to the formidable tacit discord we encountered.
And it was in the garden did too.
Our sentinel, Jue, manifested before us in that battle. Rover, about the sugar pearl. Life has never been easy after the lament, but I still remember that sweetness from my childhood. The battle against that epidemic in Zhenzhou was grueling. Once infected, children either died or suffered lifelong disabilities, resonators or not. With tacit discords ravaging Zhenzhou and severing all communication with other cities, desperation ran high. Words are not enough to convey how desperate people must have felt. They resorted to self-experimentation with a newly developed vaccine, risking everything for a chance. If they failed,
You here.
we owe our presence here to those who came before us. It's important to remember their sacrifices. If the sugar pearl points to the information and reports we have just read, what is Madam Magistrate trying to convey? Is it related to your past? Or is it...
Heavily that my path.
According to reports, the vaccine's creator died 3 years after its development, with the rest of the team now aged over 50. You mean, you could be that infant shown in the pictures?
That's about study footage, not pictures, whatever.
But he doesn't have your golden eyes. Rover, about the sugar pearl. Life has never been easy after the lament, but I still remember that sweetness from my childhood. The battle against that epidemic in Jinzhou was grueling. Once infected, children either died or suffered lifelong disabilities, resonators or not. With tacit discords ravaging Jinzhou and severing all communication with other cities, desperation ran high. Words are not enough to convey how desperate people must have felt. They resorted to self-experimentation with a newly developed vaccine, risking everything for a chance. If they failed, we owe our presence here to those who came before us. It's important to remember their sacrifices. If the sugar pearl points to the information and reports we have just read, what is Madam Magistrate trying to convey? Is it related to your past? Or is it... But you are not from Jinzhou. Maybe the place you came from had a similar situation. With this thought...
Maybe. Although I didn't actually read that one, but whatever.
One part of the clues. The other part about your past and memories is hidden in the documents on the way shelf. What do you think? Rover, about the sugar pearl. Life is a battle against words are not enough to convey how we owe our present. If the sugar pearl, is it related to your past? Or is it...
Is she implying a hero?
A hero? Rover, about the sugar pearl. The battle against words are not enough to convey how we owe our... If the sugar... Is it related to your past? Or is it...
And one of the children that were named.
But you are with this Rover, about the sugar pearl. Life has never battle against words are not enough to convey how we owe our presence here to those who came before us. It's important to remember their sacrifices. If the sugar pearl points to the information and reports we have just read, what is Madam Magistrate trying to convey? Is it related to your past? Or is it...
Maybe she's trying to tell something out.
Are you saying that the information contained in the sugar pearl doesn't directly point to your identity? Rover, about the sugar pearl. We have the symbol way now. This should go with the time part. But we can't yet solve the puzzle with this alone. Maybe we can figure out the cardinal direction part by looking into the tokens again. It might have something to do with how we got one of the clues.
I enjoy solving puzzles.
What do you think, Rover?
Let's look back on what we've gathered so far. Our clues point to the sugar pearl as a key in solving the sundial's puzzle. Simply put, one token can lead to multiple targets, and one target may hold several pieces of information. We both had a reason for meeting. The magistrate had information to share, while I had questions to ask. However, her tokens contain both what she wants to tell me and what I want to ask her, making it seem like she is complicating matters. Maybe she was running out of time. That's why she could only offer us scraps of the puzzle, instead of actually putting it together. Or perhaps she's indeed a master strategist, leaving breadcrumbs for us to follow. The initial clues may simply be a test to... In other words, there are people who need to be misled, and they may obtain these tokens. It seems there may be hidden dangers lurking in Jinzhou. If it were you, Yang Yang, what would you do to make sure the recipient gets what you mean?
I would emphasize my true message by repeating it again and again.
I'm back! I'm back! Finally done with my patrol. How's it going, Rover? Feeling spry as ever?
You make it sound like an old.
Baiju said he is in great health. No issues to report. We made some progress in investigating the tokens, too.
How did it get to you?
Nothing special. A typical patrol. Well, Uncle Chang's cat climbed a tree, and on its way down, it landed on Uncle Chempi's head, causing him to take a tumble. Some dogs kept barking and have been scaring the passers-by, so I went there to calm them down. I received a report about someone going missing. I just logged the case and talked to the person who reported it. You're not the one they're searching for, though. Anyhow, I need to visit the person who reported the case tomorrow. Oh, I also tried searching for Rover's terminal number, but the system came up with nothing. The latest record was from today when I took Rover for registration. That's pretty much the update for now.
That's quite a lot. It got me feeling hungry.
It's the middle of the night. Of course you're hungry. All right, I still owe you a meal. The night markets are closed, though. Let's grab breakfast at Panhua's restaurant tomorrow before my shift. Meet you guys there in the morning. Be there or be square.
What do you do now?
Time to hit the hay, obviously. Don't tell me you're planning on some nightly activities.
Night's the time to be attacked at this court.
Then you'll feel right at home with the Midnight Rangers. Or more like, the Midnight Danger.
Do you have a place to stay, Rover?
Sound like the terror Anthony.
Talk about hospitality. All right, enough chatter or the sun's gonna come up. Let's get Rover back to the city hall, and we'll leave the rest till tomorrow.
Okay.
Sounds come forth. Break.
Mrs. Padua, good morning. 3 bowls of extra spicy noodles, please. What did I tell ya? Nothing beats a bowl of spicy noodles in the morning.
What do you say, Rover?
I loved it. It's just the way I like.
Looks like Bijou's locked herself in the lab again. Hasn't left since yesterday. Bet we won't see her till she's done with her research. No, wait. Since you're the subject of that research, we could use you as bait to lure her out. We can tie you up at the Academy's entrance, and with just a few tugs of the rope, I bet every researcher will come running at you with Bijou leading the pack. Hook, line, and sinker.
That's not danger.
Oops, I got carried away. My bad. By the way, now that we figured out the sugar pearl and the sundial, all that's left is that weird leaf and run-of-the-mill mangosteen, right? So it only took us 1 trip to the Academy to solve half of our problems. Either Rover's really smart, or Madam Magistrate was gonna make it easy for us to begin with.
What's our next plan of action, Rover?
We could look into the danger leaf.
Bijou said the leaf bears the frequencies of tacit discords, so it must be from a tree near a tacit field. Then we must leave the city to pursue this lead.
Not enough that they give you the access pass for that.
The access pass may be another hint. There are usually no checkpoints set up in the city besides at City Hall. A pass isn't required unless you have to leave the city borders.
Now why didn't I think of that? Gotta hand it to you, Yang Yang. It's a no-go for me if you're leaving the city. My shift's coming up. Protect Rover well, and shoot me a message if you need anything, all right, Yang Yang?
Yang Yang is safe with me.
I believe in you.
Without a doubt.
The course is determined. Time to set sail.
Extinguish. Together we vanish. Gifts of the unkind.
Same actor, different role.
Shackles be gone. Not worth it.
In the limelight! To which stage will life guide us next? Well, whatever it is, I'll play my role to the fullest.
Time to start a new game.
Saves me the search.
Now, take 4.
My oversight. Extinguish.
Listen carefully. Ow! Careful! Same actor, different role.
Frozen blockade.
Take 4. Get my eye. Beckon the divine flame. Triumph through sacrifice.
Epic shot. In the limelight.
My blade be reduced to cinders.
Elemental is calling.
so you know, while I charge little for antique appraisals, fighting's gonna be a different price.
Blockade.
Time to work? No more lazing around then.
Mind's eye.
Counting on you. Attack is the best defense. Guide my blade. No mercy. I will protect.
Beckon the divine flame.
Victory, guide my blade. Everyone stand down. Now it's my turn.
Together we vanquish.
Make this quick. I have experiments underway.
Lend me your power.
An oversight.
As you wish. You're no match. Feel my wrath. Ready for battle. Unstoppable.
Appear before me. Acceptable. Endless reverberation. Acceptable.
Fury boils.
Leave it to me.
Burn to ashes. Lend me your power. Don't you worry.
Leave it to me.
We resonators can boost our combat abilities with special items. Our echoes can use them too. If you feel like it, head to Instructor Yan at the training camp for extra practice and to get these enhancement items.
And that was necessary to play at a random interval. At a random interval for us hosting this NPC, because why? Yeah, I thought that Lunin was gonna do something involving, like, involved in the fact that I had even come over here, like a cutscene or something.
The Hyundai logistics is so cheap. And I'll tell the Hyundai kind of too cheap. And I just think even the side next to the wind of the driver. But even the side next to the wind of the driver. I just think it's so cheap. The only cheap that's already killed. Once the John or John brings the teller, it was from the Institute thing. Finalmente, gatito.
I don't know if I believe that.
Break.
Dang it! Did you hear that? Is that someone crying and wailing?
That should be the Midnight Range's training camp. Let's not worry about it, Shisia. Instructor Yan is in charge of training new recruits. I heard he's pretty tough, but I think Rover can handle anything he throws at him.
This is a testament to my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my companion now, bearing witness to everything I've experienced on this journey. This is a testament.
The fence at the city gate has been strengthened. It wasn't like this when we came back.
Access pass is required if you're heading to the Norfall Barrens. That place is now off limits. What is your business, young lady? It's my third shift, and you're still here.
Oh, you must be the soldier on duty at noon yesterday. Nice to see you again. I'm a resonator and a trained martial artist. I can handle myself. Please, I need to go look for someone. I've promised the missing man's grandfather to bring him back. Would you let me through?
Be that as it may, I cannot let you, given the current circumstances. My apologies.
Well, everything seems fine in the city. Are things really that bad on the front lines?
That's why we must stay vigilant, so people in the city can go on peacefully with their lives. Besides, General Gian is currently there at the Norfall Barrens base. Dangerous as it is, he will keep an eye on every soldier, including the one you're looking for. We have already sent a report on your case. You could just go home and wait for the good news. What's the point of staying here?
Thank you, but I have already asked the patrol station for help and tried every method I could think of. Please let me through. I promised him, so I gotta give it my all. I understand your concern. I don't want to be a bother. Would it help if I hid my presence and stayed somewhere further away? How about 5 miles? Or maybe 100? Well, 1,000 might be too far, though. I wouldn't be able to see you clearly.
Listen, nobody knows when the soldiers will return, and even if they do, you might not find the one you seek. It's a dangerous road ahead if you want to reach the front lines, and you don't even have an access pass. Your access pass has been verified. Just you two?
The monk over there cutting wood off.
Thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. I intend to leave the city with them, and they have agreed. Will it be an issue for you?
Well, it says you have the highest level of access, so no procedural issues here. Honestly, he could lead an entire troop out of the city with that access pass, and no one would question it.
Let's go.
Sure.
She explained why she wants to leave the city.
You're looking for a relative of a veteran, and you believe he's in the Midnight Rangers camp in Deseret Highland?
Exactly.
Why is it so important for you to find him?
Mr. Zhengye seemed confused. He's gone through a lot searching for his enlisted grandson. Lending a helping hand was the least I could do. I reported his situation to the patrol station, but with the chaos on the front line, Mr. Zhengye has been extremely worried about his grandson's safety. He'd sneak out to look for his grandson the moment no one was watching. I'm really worried about him.
What's your relationship with the person you're looking for?
His name is Jiyuan. I don't know him in person. On my way down the mountain, I ran into his grandfather who was looking for his grandson on his own but ended up lost. I couldn't just leave an elderly person like him out there, so I thought I'd escort him to the nearest city and make further plans once we're safe.
You're willing to go to such lengths with someone you don't know. You have a kind soul, Master Jianxing.
It's all thanks to many kind-hearted people. Without them, Mr. Zhengye and I wouldn't have made it to Jinzhou.
Wait, do you know anything about the mangosteen?
This mangosteen? It's got some fresh-looking leaves, soft, springy skin, and 8 fleshy segments fully ripened inside. It looks like a nice fruit.
Well, thanks to the kids on how to take out the good one.
This mangosteen? It's got some fresh-looking leaves, soft, springy skin, and 8 fleshy segments fully ripened inside. It looks like a nice fruit.
Good to know.
This mangosteen? It's got some fresh-looking leaves, soft, springy skin, and 8 fleshy segments fully ripened inside. It looks like a nice fruit.
How do you know that?
Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. There's a bruise at the bottom. If you don't eat that part soon, it'll spoil.
That doesn't answer the question. Where are you from?
I grew up in my sect on a mountain. Spent most of my time training with my masters. One day, I was told training in seclusion was not enough. I must engage with the world to further my skills. So I started my self-cultivating journey. I've been to various cities and gained valuable lessons, but there is still so much more to learn. This mangosteen? It's got some fresh-looking leaves, Soft, springy skin and 8 fleshy segments fully ripened inside. It looks like a nice fruit.
Nothing else.
According to what I've gathered, Mr. Zhang Ye's grandson is very likely in the Desert Highland. Thanks to your help, I can finally leave the city to find him.
Not can she seek the faith.
Of course.
See, the exact shit why I just stick with default running. Because what do you mean? What do you mean I can't simply just have the character walk without then ending up going into a run anyway when I'm just trying to turn.
Leave it to me. Strike from the shadows. An unexpected discovery. one with the sounds.
You can count on me.
You don't look like soldiers. Why are you here? The frontliners are right up ahead.
I am Yang Yang, an outrider of the Midnight Rangers.
Yang Yang showed her Midnight Ranger that, and Jianxin acted that she won.
A missing person. Juyan.
The one you're looking for. Is he an average person? Not a resonator, I suppose.
Yes. Have you seen him? Is he all right?
I met him once. He's not officially enlisted, but he seemed determined to join us. He's been secretly following our troops since last year. I think a quartermaster of the rear guards escorted him away, so if he's not in the city, he must be in the rear guards camp. He can't be anywhere else. The actual front lines are right up ahead, and we, the Midnight Rangers, would never allow non-servicemen to approach and risk getting killed.
I see.
Thank you.
Now, if you're heading that way, I have a request for you, my outrider comrade. On your way there, you should run into 2 detection beacons. They just went offline. Could you go check on them?
Sure, we will.
Great. I'll send the coordinates to your terminal.
I will never understand the point of making these characters named yellow when you can't even talk to them. Just let their name be white. You don't have to draw attention to these characters and then not let us actually be able to talk to them. Just a little more work to finish the task. Then I'll need to find more to do. I don't mind the hardship as long as my son has a chance to get a proper education. Alright, break time's over. I gotta get back to the grindstone. Get back to the grindstone. Honestly, you just sound like a workaholic more than anything.
Seems like a new discovery.
I keep getting it. It's L1, not R1.
Is that the beacon? Why are there so many people?
They don't look like soldiers.
It's what the beacon? I don't. What are you even seeing?
One with the sounds.
Also, near and I showed you like accidentally trusting a button and then the fucking thing just activates without any way for me to actually get out of it.
South, the city.
Like the damn transformation sequence did. Stop lying, I saw it.
Excuse me, about this detection beacon.
Run, everyone!
Something fishy about them.
I can't move. So hungry.
Skill issue.
Please don't arrest us. We really had no choice.
What happened? Do you need help?
The battles are getting real bad up north, and we couldn't live there anymore. Figured we have to go back to the city. We ain't eaten in ages, and we're broke. Some of us can barely move, because we're so damn hungry. And we found some expensive-looking stuff here. Now that the military's out there fighting and nobody's really using these things, we thought it might get us a few pennies.
A damage detection beacon might result in a sudden TD invasion from the direction it covers. Our frontline troops would face attacks from both sides. Have you thought about the consequences?
We ain't got the time for that. If we don't steal, we'd starve to death before the tacit discords kill us.
You shouldn't be stealing public property. Please, return the parts. There's still some distance from here to Jinzhou City. Here, you can have my flatbreads. Oh, and here's some money. This should be enough for you to reach the city.
You're giving us all of these? Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, you! Come over and say thank you before you eat.
It was nothing. Master once told me, the sage takes care of all men and abandons none.
And yet you're still attempting to attack them even after they just helped you. At this point you deserve the apple.
A tough nut, ain't you?
I just helped you. Why did you attack us?
You're not feeding us all bread and pennies. Hand over your goods or face the consequences. We ain't messing with no kids, but don't test our patience. Just do as you're told. Don't make it tough on yourselves. You'll be lucky to leave in one piece.
We're begging you, stop! We surrender! Take us in!
Why
did you attack? Also, I have no idea what that accent is.
Food and funds. Do you have other mouths to feed, aside from what we see here?
They seem trained. These are not ordinary people.
Who are you?
Of course we're ordinary people. We just joined the exiles recently. We done some wrongs. Tried to run from the patrollers and left the city, but dang, didn't know the battles up north were so crazy. Our new boss ran out of food before we could even figure out the camp. Figured we'd be better off just to go back to the city and get locked up.
Then we ran out of food and cash halfway, so we turned to thieving. We ain't got the balls to rob the army, but with stuff just sitting around, why not? Hey, since you're being so generous, how about you throw a little extra cash our way? There's a bunch of us, some injured too. Your first amount ain't gonna cut it for us to survive.
And how do you know we won't? How do we know you won't attack us again the moment we help you again? We shouldn't give them more.
Wait. What I gave them was enough for them to make it to Jinzhou even when they are so many. I used to travel alone when I left my master. I know how much it takes for someone to survive.
Hey, what's wrong with you, girlie? It won't hurt to give us more.
Pain comes with coveting. He who knows he has enough is rich. It was only meant to sustain you long enough for you to reach the city.
You don't understand, girl. You don't make money very easily at a time like this. If we can't find jobs in the city, we're gonna starve again.
I came from a seclusive place, learning the ways of the world from scratch. It's been a hard time, but even I have managed to make a living with my own hands. If you really can't find any job in the city, come to Liuxian Tea House and ask for Jian Xin. I will gladly help you search for jobs and work alongside you.
Fine. We'll go. Hurry, move, let's get out of here. I'm not listening to this lecture anymore.
No, I wasn't trying to... Wait. Please put that down.
Ugh, quite the sharp eye you got. Fine, here you go.
Is this the only detection beacon you messed with?
Heck yeah. The first one we were trying to steal and you bumped right into it.
Really? Then why does that one over there seem broken too?
That ain't got nothing to do with us. It's been that way for ages. Plus, we ain't ever reached it with all those thorns.
I see. You may leave now. The military's base is not far from here. Shall we fix the beacons before going?
Okay.